Patreon Q&A number 86. I want to thank all 124 of my incredibly amazing patrons. Guys, thank you so much for continuing to support me the way that you are, despite the way that things are in general. To everyone else listening, there's going to be spoilers in these questions and answers, so tread carefully. Tacos asks, hey, Shonen, hope you're doing all right with the whole, global pandemic going on. Hey, I'm doing all right, Tacos. I hope you are, and everyone else listening is too. I've been listening to your content for about a year now, and having my whole schedule uprooted by everything is going on right now, showing me how much I really value your content. Listening to your videos adds a little fun to my quarantine bike rides. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to pledge, but I figured a few months of $8 is more than well-earned given the amount of entertainment you have given me. Hey, that's awesome, Tacos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. As far as questions goes, do you think Hawks and Endeavor would have any chance of taking out Black S? So, yeah, I think they absolutely do have a chance. Now, let me also say that, it's not guaranteed that they're going to win. Black S, in my opinion, is a high dragon. He is stupid powerful, and if he went into the My Hero world, he could probably take it over. Maybe. And he's, absurd. But I think, given best case scenarios, best environment, Hawks could help Endeavor vaporize Black S, because Endeavor easily could vaporize him. I mean, why not? A prominence burn or something like that. Black S was vaporized by a concentrated atomic slash or a focused atomic slash, and Endeavor was able to vaporize the high-end Nomu, so why couldn't he vaporize Black S? So if he could somehow get him together so that he's one form and he doesn't have any duplicate spread and he vaporized him, done deal. Hawks could also help him by shooting his feathers, and the feathers could push the clones of Black S all into one area, and then he could prominence burn him that way. It's easier said than done, but it's totally possible, and I think they could do it, I don't know, however many times out of 10. So Mirio against Homeless Emperor, I think Mirio would destroy him. This is a terrible matchup for Homeless Emperor. There's really nothing he could do because, he's just going to keep phasing through everything. And Homeless Emperor isn't a fighter or anything. He doesn't really have a durability or endurance or anything. He is basically a glass cannon, so he's going to get beat down just as bad, if not worse, than how Overhaul was. Acoustic asks, hey man, just asking, who are your top 10 favorite heroes from One Punch Man, excluding Saitama? So here you go. I don't know. I just really like these characters. I put Suiryu in there at number 7 because he is, a Neo hero now, so he counts. I love these guys. So many great characters to choose from in this series. Buddy asks, hey yo, Curvaceous Z. I don't really have an interesting ideas for a question this week, so I'll just go with the funny one. What disaster level would you give Peter Griffin from Family Guy if he was in the One Punch Man world? So I do remember Peter's fights with the chicken and some of the other stuff that he's done, when they do the cutaways. And he's surprisingly pretty powerful. More durable than anything. I would say that's his highest attribute, kind of like Moomin Rider. Moomin Rider isn't that really that powerful offensively, but his endurance and durability is crazy for someone of his level. So I guess Peter would be like a tiger. He's pretty durable. He could take a beating and he keep going, and he'll maybe win in a war of attrition or something. So yeah, I guess tiger's fine for him. Free-Tshirts asks, yo Shonen, what do you think about Metal Bat versus Okuyasu from JoJo? So this is a pick'em match. It's a super hypothetical one because it's we'd really have to guess what would happen immediately rather than just the overall fight, because if Okuyasu can just run up on Metal Bat, swipe him, or what does he say, scrape, and Metal Bat isn't aware of Okuyasu's abilities, then Metal Bat's done, right? Because if he tries to block with his bat, he'll just get scraped because he could just go through time. So it's I guess Okuyasu would win, but then it's if Metal Bat is faster than Okuyasu, which is possible, and instead of blocking with his bat, he just evades him, and then he sees that Okuyasu can go through space-time, and then he's oh, okay, I can't let you touch me. Then Metal Bat would destroy him. He probably one-shot Okuyasu. That's how physically powerful Metal Bat is compared to him, in my opinion. But so it goes it could be a coin flip matchup, pretty much. Gits and Shiggles asks, spoil away, Big Z. Who do you think would win in a fight, Wolverine or Zombie Man? Movie version of Logan. That's fine. So I think Zombie Man would probably win. And that's because, like you said, it's a war of attrition, and Zombie Man's probably going to win this one because I'm not sure how long Wolverine, Logan in the movies can go, because Zombie Man in the data book, it says that he fought a monster for like 120 hours, like a couple days at a time. So I guess Zombie Man like doesn't need to eat or something, or maybe he can just, I don't know, has like some kind of crazy metabolism where like he could just go off calories for like a week at a time or something. Or I don't know. I don't think Logan can do that. And also, I think Zombie Man's probably physically stronger than him. Maybe by a little bit, maybe by a lot. But either way, I think Zombie Man probably take that one. King's Queen asks, howdy, Big Z. I was recently showing my friends the anime for One Punch Man. And I noticed something interesting in the season 1 finale. Saitama says the Genos that Boros might have been his strongest opponent. Does this imply he faced others near his level, off, on screen, or something else? Yeah, I thought about this myself. In the manga, he says probably instead of might, or whatever translation, but it's all getting around to the same point. And I think this was said purposely to leave it ambiguous, so we do speculate like this. And it's also totally something Saitama would say. He would just be indecisive about it. He wouldn't really put that much effort into really like thinking critically about like who his strongest opponent was. But I think more or less this is his way of saying that, yeah, Boros was his strongest opponent. I'd be really surprised if there was anyone who even came close to Boros' strength that Saitama had fought before this point. I mean, Beefcake, Vaccine Man, they're pretty powerful, but like nothing compared to Boros. Unless Saitama could be talking about somebody that he fought before he removed his limiter that really challenged him, because we have seen him challenged like by the electric light string. So maybe he's talking about pre-limiter dudes, or for all we know, maybe there's like some crazy above dragon that just naturally occurred out there and he randomly fought him. Ella asks, I have faith in one's writing, but he's expanding the world so much and it seems like in a small window of time. Do you think he'll get back to Tank Top Master? Maybe we'll see him get a demon level threat win. Hey Shonen, if you're not wearing a tank top, don't be so reckless. Take care. Thank you, Elle. You too. So yeah, he's definitely going to get back to Tank Top Master, no doubt about that. I'd bet the house on it, because in chapter 106 of the webcomic, we got to see what the upcoming storylines were going to be, and Tank Top Master was set up to be one of them for sure. So what's he going to do? Is he going to get demon level threat? I think at the minimum he's going to take out a demon. Whether it be human or monster, whatever, he's going to certify that he is on that level. But then I think he's going to go further than that. He's going to get some kind of training, which I'm going to talk about again in this video, and it's going to make him really strong. I think he's going to get like a serious power up, and he might be joining the Neo Heroes or something. But regardless, he's going to have a big development. Legandaryus asks, hey Shonen, who will the Neo Heroes send after Saitama when Blue fails to defeat him, or My Mask, or capture him? I could see them sending a group of the Neo leaders just to be safe to leaving him be there. It would also be funny when the war breaks out and everyone knows about the heroes, avoids him like the plague, and Saitama only knows when Fubuki tells him that they are at war with the Neo Heroes, or even Tatsumaki, since Genos is almost always by Saitama. He might not even know either. So I think Blue is going to keep trying to take matters into his own hands. I think after Blue saw how fast Saitama was, like he was so fast, he was like, oh, I need to take my suit off in order to catch this dude. I think Blue knows at that point that there's probably no one in the Neo Heroes that's on that level. Like if Blue has to push himself to achieve that, then yeah, Blue being the number one probably knows that, Raiden is the only one who is like maybe even close to him. So he would definitely want to take matters into his own hands, also because he's super curious about it as well. But if Blue like does fight Saitama or something and then gets beat by Saitama, then I think Blast would step in. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's just what it's going to be. It's going to be Blue going after Saitama. I don't think he's going to send anyone after him. MemePriest asks, hey, Shonen, hope things are good. Here are my questions for this week. They are good. Thank you, MemePriest. I hope they are for you, too. Do you think that Fubuki could possibly train Gearspur? So, I don't think she'll, like, directly train him like, like Silverfang does, but I think that the most, if they do have an interaction here, it's going to be Fubuki trying to get him to join the Blizzard group, and then maybe she kind of subtly trains him there, but it's really... it remains to be seen like where Fubuki's motivation is with continuing the Fubuki group at this point in the webcomic. We know that she's going up to A class, and it seems like she still wanted to keep it together, but I don't know. But as for like hardcore training and improving his skill, I think it would be more still like Tatsumaki to do that. I don't think Fubuki would care that much, honestly. Maybe Psychos in the future. What if King fought a monster that could absorb luck? Do you think this could break his limiter? So this is a very interesting question. And I mean, if this hypothetical came true, I guess, yeah. I mean, it could remove his limiter by just absorbing so much luck, because King essentially has like I don't know, the amount of luck equal to the amount of strength that Saitama has or something like that. So, like, think about, like, the pesky clown that My Mask fought. Like, the more attention that he kept absorbing, he kept getting stronger and stronger to the point where he was, like, pretty much a high dragon. So if you replace that scenario with, instead of gaining attention to get stronger, this guy's absorbing luck to get stronger, and it's King's supply, he'd be, maybe breaking his limiter at that point. Mr.Awsome asks, hey, Shona, doing good? Yeah, I'm doing all right, Mr. Awesome. Thanks for asking. I hope you are too. My first question is about the number 1 S-Class hero in my heart, Tank Top Master. The question is, how do you think a storyline to surpass Tatsumaki and Metal Knight will pan out? So I think in the future, he's going to go through some kind of unconventional training possibly, or maybe he just goes through like some crazy endurance training, somehow like Saitama and Glasses are, and unintentionally he gets stronger that way. Like, he just keeps going until like he can't take it anymore, and then like, I'm not gonna say he removes his limiter, but maybe he gets past like that first like Zenkai wall or something like that, or maybe he goes to the Neo Heroes and trains with Darkshine, and then Darkshine shows him his secret to becoming Darkshine, because he always says like, I've trained my muscles different than Puri Puri Prisoner and Tank Top Master. So maybe he shows Tank Top Master what that training is, and then Tank Top Master uses that and then becomes like ultra powerful himself possibly. Regardless, he's going to get a power bump in a significant way, I think. Second question is, what games would you say you have put the most time in? The Minecraft, I guess. I mean, I played it when it first came out in like alpha, and I played it over the years ever since then. Played it with my friends, played it by myself. Man, like you said, 1,000 in Skyrim. I don't even know how much, but maybe 1,000 or more in Minecraft. Proasek asks, hey up, Shona and Murata really be out here, biggest tease on the planet, huh? So I had a question lined up and ready to go, and it occurred to me that Watchdog Man is pretty much reluctant to leave his post in Q City in almost every instance where he's appeared. How and when did the Hero Association convince him to come to the meeting with Dr. Bufoy, who could have easily sent a robot, decided to skip it? Keep up the excellent work. Thank you, Proasek. I appreciate it. Or Proasek. So Watchdog Man does leave Q City sometimes. It's not like he never leaves. He just leaves for like a short period of time. Like, he says this in not the data book, in the audio book. I think it's like the 4th one, when Bang like tries to advertise to Tank Top Master, Watchdog Man, and Metal Bat. Like, I don't know, for some reason, Watchdog Man decides to go to Bang's dojo, and then he says that like the walk time is almost over or something. So like, he goes on walks, and I guess him going on walks is going to another city. So I guess he leaves Q City for like 2 hours or an hour or something like that at a time, and then he goes back. So him going to the Hero Association meeting was just one of those times, I suppose. As for why Bufoy didn't show up, not sure. Maybe it was like a power move or something. Speeder20 asks, hey, first let me apologize for my grammar. I'm German, so English isn't my strong suit. Hey, that's okay. English isn't my strong suit either. And second, I'm happy to finally support you. Hey, thank you for that. Much appreciated. So my first question, I want to know if you watch Overlord. If yes, do you think Ainz and the Floor Guardian's threat levels are, and do you think Ainz magic spells could affect Saitama? So I know a little bit about Overlord. I've seen the first episode. Other than that, I'm a little iffy on it, but I will say that Ainz is probably a dragon, super powerful. He can like conjure like seemingly demon level dudes, I guess. So yeah, I mean, why not? Dragon. Not really sure if he's low or high. No, I don't know what his speed's like, but his magic's obviously ridiculous. And as for it affecting Saitama, I've talked about this before, and it ultimately comes down to like, I don't know, because it's like Saitama has never interacted with magic before, so it's like, is Saitama so incredibly overpowering that he could just muscle out of magic? Like, is that possible? I mean, sure, I mean, it's possible, but no way to really prove it. So it's like, I guess it's like a 50-50 chance. Like, either Saitama can muscle out of magic, or magic just affects him and he can't really do anything about it. Steven asks, Kem Che, dude, who would win in an eating contest, Orochi or Gums? Take care, man. Hey, you too, Steven. So Orochi has to win this. He's just way too big compared to Gums. Like, his stomach is like, Gums could live in his stomach, literally. So I think Orochi would win off of that. But if they were like the same size, then Gums would completely wreck him. Water Bottle asks, hey Shonen, hopefully I'm not posting this too late, but if I am, I'll ask again next week. What would Toichiro from Mob Psycho's disaster level be if he were in One Punch Man, and how does he fall compared to the other espers and monsters in the series? So he's really powerful. Before he goes like his meteoric burst form, he's definitely dragon. Not quite on the level of Tatsumaki, but maybe on like base Psychos. No, maybe even stronger than that. He's really powerful. Energy projection, speed, power, all that stuff. And then when he goes into like his full power mode and he like basically becomes meteoric burst, he might be above dragon at that point. Maybe high dragon. Is super powerful. Even in the One Punch Man world, but I just don't think that he's on Tatsumaki's level, but just below that possibly. Zapphod B asks, what if Metal Bat had an indestructible cricket bat in addition to his baseball bat? So maybe it would help him, maybe not, because, you know, Metal Bat's style right now is just a single bat. So if he were to like use them both at the same time, he would have had to have prior training beforehand. So if in this situation he did, then I guess he could be more effective. He would have more tools to like block. And he can cover more of a area around him because, you know, he has like coming from both sides possibly. So it would be interesting. But if he were to just use the cricket bat like interchangingly with the regular bat, then maybe it would help him because maybe he can change it up for like the specific opponents that require a cricket bat or something. But I think overall he would probably be better if he just stuck to his regular bat. And I think Food Battler could definitely defeat the Hot Dog Monster because he's just a wolf. And while Food Battler is a C-class level hero, I think he's probably B-class because that's kind of like the theme of the support team. Like they're stronger than what their ranks indicate. And Food Battler, he was pretty nimble. And I think he could probably even eat the Hot Dog Monster if he really wanted to. But yeah, thank you, Zapphod. I appreciate it. That's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Once again, I want to thank all 124 of my amazing patrons. I thank you so much for all of your support. And if you would like to be in next week's Q&A, just simply check out the $5 tier on the Patreon. It will give you access to this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.